Good morning, Adventure Nation. It's a sad day in the Sharon household as we are leaving Fort Wilderness and Walt Disney World. Today is a travel day, and this is the Motorhome Experiment.
It's a bittersweet moment because, we're living this world that we love it, but also we are ready to move on. I have been, Hugh had a break in Vegas. Well, break, not break, work break. But I have been in Orlando already for a month, for 4 weeks, so I'm ready, really ready to move on.
Yep, and it's checkout time. People are starting to roll out of here. And so it's time for us to roll out of here too. So yes. We're gonna jump in the car, or Lori's gonna jump in the car, I'm gonna jump in the coach. We're gonna hook up just down the way. They've got an actual spot where you can do the hookup. We'll talk more about the campground when we get out on the road, but as you can see here, it's a one-way loop. All of the sites are one-way loops, and then they have an angled back end. So even a bigger rig can get in there. It looks tighter than it is. See the loop there where they can pull in to disconnect the car. We're gonna pull in to connect the car. We have got the car hooked up and we're leaving Fort Wilderness, and you can see we're not happy about that. Well, we're happy, but we're not. Before we get out on the road where it gets too noisy and you guys can't hear Lorena, I want to do just like a basic overview of the campground, because here's my take on Fort Wilderness RV campground. It's badass. It's run the way a campground should be run. It's super clean. The sites are all cleaned each and every time somebody checks out. This is how a campground should do it. Checkout time just happened, 11 o'clock. A bunch of RVs just left, and the Disney elves are out here. Those guys are doing their thing. All of these sites down here, like what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sites in a row were full just an hour ago, and now all of them are empty, including the 2 across from us. Basically, these people all come in for the weekend. It was amazing. They all seem to know each other. But as soon as they pulled out, the little Walt Disney World elves came in, and they're cleaning the sites, rinsing them down, blowing them off, sweeping them up, preparing them for the next RVers, which check in 2 hours. Good job, Fort Wilderness. It's really not that hard, folks. It's a broom and a blower, maybe a rake, tiny bit of water. Good stuff. We were very close to the restrooms.
Our spot was ideal because we're like walking distance to the pool, walking distance to the sing-along Chip and Dale thing at night where they put a movie every single night. We were walking distance of everything. The trading post, everything.
Yeah, the Meadow Trading Post is kind of right in the middle, and that's where the big main pool is. There are other pools, but that's kind of the big main one. It's also where the bike barn is, where you can rent bikes if you don't have those. And as Lori said, the campfire program, a lot of stuff takes place right there in the middle of Meadows Trading Post, which we were extremely handy to. Obviously, the laundry facilities right next to us, that was handy. Laundry's not cheap, but as we always tell everyone, it's convenient because you can just do full loads of wash, full loads of dry, boom, you're done. And you can get it done a lot quicker than if you're even at home, where you have to do one load wash, one load dry, back and forth. So over here on the left, you'll be able to see just a little bit of it is the Tri-Circle D Ranch, and that is where you can do horseback riding. They have just a ton of activities where we saw people come in for the weekend, and you can pretty much tell that they did not go into the parks at all. They just spent time at the campground, and you could see that was pretty evident that happened last weekend. We saw people come in on Friday, and Sunday night, boom, they're gone, or Sunday they're gone. But overall, just a fantastic campground, and we really enjoyed our stay here. It's been something that I've been looking forward to in a long time. It's been a while since I'd stayed here, and I had stayed here as a teenager with my family, and just brought back a lot of really cool memories. And now we are off to the east coast of Florida, and then we will start our trek up the east coast towards the northeast of the United States, bringing you guys along with us and showing you the sights and sounds as we go. We're heading across 192 east towards the coast. Now 192 dips down a little bit before heading up into the area we want to go, instead of going across the expressway, but a little bit more things to see this way. Actually, there's a ton of stuff to see. This is like this crazy resort corridor that really thrives off of Disney business, I think, and there's just all kinds of stuff to do here. There's literally hundreds of hotel motels, there's mini golf, there's pirates dinner shows, all that kind of stuff.
And a lot of gift shops.
If you need a $3 t-shirt, you can get that here, or a shell, you can do that. But lots of gift shops that are, you know, Disney rip-off shops and stuff, but lots of touristy type stuff to do here.
Now, can you stay outside of the park and still have the Disney experience? Absolutely. Just know that you're gonna have still driving time in and out of the park, so by the time night comes and you're all tired from the entire day, you still have a drive to go.
Yeah, and we saw people literally dragging their kids off of the boat last night to take them into the campground because they're exhausted. And so if you had to do that where you're dragging them off of transportation into the car and then down to the hotel where you're staying, just better off to, you know, if you can swing it, stay in one of the cheap resorts. There's resorts there that are 100 to 150 bucks a night. The All-Star Music, All-Star Sports, the Pop Century resorts, they're less expensive.
Almost the same amount as the campground anyway.
Yeah, well, the campground is actually a great deal if you have your own coach.
But I know some of you don't have RVs. They're thinking of buying an RV, but you really don't have an RV. So yeah, you can stay in one of the cheaper hotels and you still have the Disney transportation, or at least stay in like Buena Vista that has Holiday Inns and Clarion, all these ones for a very affordable price.
Yeah,
you can always do that.
we have made our way over to the east coast of Florida, and we're right near Cape Canaveral, so why not go visit the Kennedy Space Center? That's what we're going to do today.
Now, I'm going to revisit because I already went with the Hamptons, but I didn't get to see all the exhibits, so it's going to be nice to go back and see everything.
She's taking one for the team and going because I haven't gone yet.
Not one for the team, it's actually pretty cool. I like it.
Cool, let's do this. This campground that we're in is called Manatee Hammock, and it's right along the Intercoastal Waterway, just down the road from Cape Canaveral. And actually, it's got a phenomenal view of the launch area from here. So if you're looking for a place to stay to watch a launch, this would be a great place. From the pier and that area down by the docks, it's pretty cool. Are you gonna tell me which way to go? I'm assuming we're going right here? Right, yeah. Okay. My navigator's watching YouTube videos.
I'm not watching YouTube videos. I'm replying to my family.
She's watching YouTube videos on how to clean a baby's nose.
Well, they sent me.
I think I need to be worried.
We have, everybody has group families. No, family groups. I say chat groups. And I have one with my family, and they send that. And right now we wish ourselves have a very good day.
Nice.
See, my family is nice. I love them.
I was reading online that it's basically a full day here in NASA at Kennedy Space Center, and it opens at 9, and of course we're gonna be there at noon.
Why you always have to tell everybody how late we are for stuff? Like every time.
Because we're always late.
But
we don't get up very early.
What were you doing this morning?
I was editing and
that's why
stuff. Yeah. You know, I got to get them some content.
Exactly, but it's a good excuse, is what I'm saying.
I think it's more important to get them content than for us to have fun. But then is it the chicken or the egg that we have to have fun for to have content? Never mind.
Which one is the chicken and which one is the egg? I tell you what's important. Have fun.
Lori and I like flying stuff. Oddly enough, Lori likes NASA and space stuff.
I love that.
There's a story behind that with her whole growing up, and her mom thought she should be a space astronaut or at least a numbers person or something. I don't know.
Just work for NASA.
She just wanted to work for NASA, not necessarily be an astronaut. One of the first things that Lori and I are going to get out of the way is the bus tour.
I haven't recommended to do it first thing because the last run I think is 3:30. So just get it done and just move on into the other exhibits.
She's smart.
Now this is the pad that has been leased by SpaceX for the next 20 years. And one of the biggest changes SpaceX has made to this launch pad is the building here at the base of the launch pad. The white piece that's sitting on top of the launch pad horizontally is their erector. And what they will do with that is they will take it and move it into the building. They will attach the rocket to the top of it. They will take it all the way up to the top of the launch pad and stand up vertically, usually the day before a launch team. So this is the launch pad of the future. Ironically enough, it looks the same as it did when they were launching the Saturn V's, except for the lightning masts out here.
That was pretty cool. We got to see Launch Pad 39A, which is a historic pad where a lot of the Saturn V rockets took off, and it's now been leased by SpaceX for the next 20 years. So they're going to be using it, and they've got the next launch on June 1st. So pretty cool stuff. Holy crap, Lorena, we're in mission control.
Again.
How cool is that? So mission control here controls the rocket and the launch up until it goes above the launch station. And then the Johnson control tower in Houston takes over after there. So that's why this is also mission control.
This is launch control, T-minus 3 minutes and counting. We've completed our communications checks with the Apollo 8 astronauts in the cabin, and the communications are go. 10, 9,
That was pretty incredible. It was spectacular. Thank you. Take care. Very, very cool. That was amazing. So what did you think of that?
How cool is that?
It was pretty cool. Now we're gonna wander out into the Saturn V rocket building, and that's, I think, the same rocket that was in, I'm pretty sure it's the same rocket that we saw in Houston, but still gonna be pretty cool. The one difference between this and the rocket that we saw in Houston is that this one we can walk underneath. So let's go check that out. This particular suit is from Alan Shepard's 1971 Apollo 14 mission. Very cool. Lorena promised me that we were done with lines when we left Disney World. She lied to me.
And then we came here to Kennedy Space Center, more lines.
More lines. Luckily, it's just one bus, so I'm okay with that. Are you ready for the Atlantis display?
Yes. Look at this. This is for real. This is not a mock-up. This is an actual.
Atlantis rocket. Previously spent rocket. This display here is very cool. The way they ended the movie to bring you into here, absolutely amazing. So really something that you need to see, the Atlantis Theater. Very cool stuff.
Are they Canadian arms too? What are you doing, Paul?
Alright, this doesn't say that adults can't do this, so it just says you can't wear shoes, so I'm going in.
Paul's kid inside kids, making him do this. See all the parents wearing for the kids? There goes my kid.
I'm sitting here with the template.
And just like that, we lost Paul. Paul is not the only other adult that has a kid inside.
Okay, you guys didn't think I wouldn't bring you along, did you? There's the tunnel we've come through. And then now we're gonna go out here. Not gonna be the smoothest video in here, gang, but oh wow. This is pretty cool. If you're afraid of heights, probably not something you want to do. You're crawling through a clear plastic tube. Oh, Lorena's gonna film me coming out the other end. Okay, so yeah, this is a clear plastic tube. I don't know if you guys can tell or not. If I lay down in here, then you can probably see in there.
And here comes Walt.
Oh, there we are. Hey guys.
So how was your adventure in space?
Well, my trip to space was good. I'm glad to be back on terra firma though. And it smells kind of like feet and Subway in there. I don't know why.
I'm assuming too many kids with no shoes. My inner child is gonna come out right here. You'll see.
Okay, Lori, what is this?
One minute till touchdown. The pre-flare maneuver executed. Landing gear down and locked. Main gear.
Oh, we're allowed to race down here?
The drag chute. Nose gear touchdown.
All right, Lori and I are gonna race down here. All right, ready? Okay.
1, 2,
3. I win. That's the slide land. Lori and I just came down. That was fun. Highly recommend that you do that from the second floor. That was fun.
See, I told you I was gonna take out my inner child too.
That's the tube that I was crawling through earlier. Those people are probably more age appropriate. I know there's a lot of Airstream fans out there, so you guys are gonna like this.
See, here's the thing. I like Airstreams.
I'm not a big fan.
He likes Class A's. This is the best of both worlds.
What are you doing, Sharon?
Just chilling in space.
Just chilling in space. You're gonna get us kicked out of here.
Yeah, both of us.
Every industry has their rock stars. Today, these two rock stars of the astronaut world were inducted into the Astronaut Hall of Fame. It's gonna be really hard to see them, but Michael Foale and Ellen Ochoa both were inducted today, and that's why they were doing a lot of the setup in that other room. Just to let you guys know how much of a badass this Ellen Ochoa is, she is the current mission director at Johnson Space Center in Houston. My hat's off to you, Miss Ochoa, and thumbs up. Very, very cool. An inspiration for young women all over the planet. And I just wanted to just correct myself briefly there. Ellen Ochoa is actually the director for the Johnson Space Center. Period. Not just mission director. She's the director for the Space Center. So.
And this is called the Rocket Garden, but I'm not sure why they call it that way.
I want a rocket garden. I think it's called the Rocket Garden, Lorena, because there's a bunch of rockets here sticking up like flowers. Could be.
Can you grow them?
Okay, so we need to give you guys a rating on the Kennedy Space Center. And one of the things I'd like to mention is I think a lot of people don't understand why we spend money on space exploration. And once you come here, you start to realize, and they tell you lots of times, they mention it over and over again, that a lot of technologies that we use today for medicine, for vehicles, stuff like solar panels, all that kind of stuff has been developed because of the space program, because of exploration, and because of having to develop technologies to make this stuff work helps give us new technologies to help make our everyday lives better. Now, with that being said, what would you give a rating for the Kennedy Space Center here in Florida?
My rating, well, like posted early in the day, like I'm a big fan of NASA, and that's because my mom was a big fan, so she kind of like always told us to look into space and look at NASA and all that stuff, so I'm a big fan of it because of that. So for me, bucket list. Plus we started this in Houston, kind of like it's the other half of it, and we finished it right here to see both sides of it. So that was pretty cool.
I would agree. It is a bucket list item, so that would be a 4 on our bucket list.
Yes, and give
rating system.
Give yourself all day to come here.
It's 9 to 6. It's a full day thing. I don't think you need more than a full day, but if you do a full day here, start at 9 a.m., make sure that you've got an idea of what time the movies start, then you can kind of plan your day around that, and I think that makes it a whole lot better. Just remember that the last tour bus leaves at 3:30, so you don't want to miss that.
Yes.
Because that's a really important part of the Saturn V rocket. So definitely something you guys should check out, even if you're not into space exploration and all that kind of stuff. It's just cool stuff.
You need to make it happen.
You need to make it happen. All right, so yesterday was a travel day, left Disney World, made our way over to the East Coast, and today we're at NASA at the Kennedy Space Center. And this is where we're gonna end this one, gang. If this is your first time here, it'd be awesome if you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date on everything that we're doing. Might find some stuff you wanna visit or some places that you wanna avoid, but either way, that works out pretty good. And it'd be really cool if you liked the video. Thanks for watching. See you again.
Like the video, and please comment below this video if you want to hear from you. Bye guys. Time to go home.
You look good with NASA beside you.
I know, I love NASA.